Good morning, good day, good evening, or good night, wherever you're from in this world. Welcome to my channel. I changed my background today on my desktop to these trippy moods because the market's doing some trippy things today and kind of give it a little bit of a corresponding feel. So let's start off by taking a look at what's going on Twitter. A couple of interesting things. Coinbase hired New York Stock Exchange financial vet, as CoinDesk called it, to grow their enterprise products, and they're coming out with an index fund that has the four cryptos that they currently have on their platform for trade. And this is going to be pretty much all four of those into an index fund that you, or if you're an accredited investor, can invest into, which is great for the market as I think it'll bring more institutional investors and people with deep pockets. To become an accredited investor in the United States, you need to have at least $1 million a year of income, and you need to file out some paperwork, or fill out some paperwork, and then you can start investing as a accredited investor. So I think this is a good thing overall for the market. And Ripple has been building onto their XRapid platform or product. That's the XRP token that we all know. They're going to have some more use for it with their other products, Xcurrent and XVIA. They want to, I think, boost the price of it as it's been either falling or at a stagnant place for the past 2 or 3 weeks. And over here, I want to take a look at CoinMarketCap. They've got some new listings, and out of those, I'd like to look at Ontology, ONT. It is a Neo-based token. It's on the Neo platform. I think that this is pretty good for Neo too, but the price of Neo has gone down. We'll go over that here in a little bit. So here's the 15-minute chart. It doesn't really show us much since it went parabolic as soon as it hit the exchange. Happens to all the coins. These 400 or 4,600% change for the day. Just disregard that right away. It's a first day on Binance. It's gonna go crazy. And I started looking at this right over here when it was about 17. I chose not to invest into this one. I usually get in on every new Binance ICO, if you will, because they've been the first exchange to list a lot of these tokens. I guess it's not technically an ICO, but it's an initial exchange offering. Let's call it IEO. Maybe we can trademark that and start using it, depending on how many people see my videos. But so this one's done pretty well for itself. I think it started the day at 20 cents is what it got listed on there, and now it's at almost $2. So it's done pretty well. There could be a huge crash. I've held some bags like that too. You know, it's made me some money getting in on these new tokens on Binance, but I've also ended up holding some bags out of it. So not gonna recommend this to everyone, even though overall it's made me more money than I've lost out of it. You just gotta sit there and look at it the whole day. Depending on if there's anything else you do, you can choose to do that or not. Let's take a look at what's going on with the market as a whole here. Everything's pretty much still red. Take a look at CoinMarketCap, and yesterday I predicted that it will go down to $380 billion, and here's my proof. I was right. I am going to be starting to buy back into the market in the next few hours, I'm guessing, depending on if I think it'll go down a little bit more or not. Everything's still red, so I want to see a little bit of confirmation that this is the bottom. I haven't really gotten that yet. So overall, we're still in really bad shape as far as the market is concerned. But I think it'll all get better in the next few days. I want to go over a cool website that I like to check out every once in a while called CoinMarketCap. And this is a great way to keep up on the events for every coin or token that you're interested in. Really, they all have their own things that are going on. For example, here we can see on the 8th of March, which is today, Ripple Africa is going on. It's 91% confirmed. We can see a little bit about what's going on with regards to this event. Ripple CTO, Mr. Thomas, is given a keynote address in the Blockchain Africa 2018. So, yeah, I guess that's not really going to make much of a difference on what happens with the price of NEO. It's just a little speech that he's got going on. But sometimes you can see some good announcements. I follow Tron, so let's take a look at Tron. This is going to be a pretty busy month for Tron, so it's a great example for this particular video. Over here, we can see the mascot contest submission. They're gonna they're gonna stop receiving ideas about their mascot. Pretty irrelevant as far as the price is concerned. This right here, though, is what I'm interested in. On the 31st, there's gonna be a big coin burn of Tron. Well, I'm saying big, but I don't know if it's gonna be big. I'm hoping it's big. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be about 10% of total Tron, or 30% of what they hold. They have, I think that there was 60 billion Tron in circulation right now. Yeah, 65 billion Tron in circulation, and their max supply is 100 billion. So that means that they hold about 35 billion tokens, within the company. Let's say 5 billion of that is distributed through their employees and what have you, and they've got about 30 billion to work with. Let's say about 30% of that, which is 10 billion, gets burnt, which is a great day for me. I hold a lot of Tron. Well, let me correct that. I held a lot of Tron. I sold it all yesterday. I'm trying to buy back in today at a little bit of a discount, which happened, I'm happy to say. And I'm going to increase my holding in Tron that way without putting in money, fiat currency into the market. I'm simply taking what I had and expanding it organically. I suggest you guys try to do that every time there's more than a 20% correction coming into the market. You can't be chasing 10% or 5%, but as far as a 20-30% correction like we've had in the past couple of days, I like to get in on those and make about 10% out of that. I think that's pretty reasonable, and it's within my reach to do so. And yeah, yesterday I was right on this. It was about 400,000. I said that it would, or 400 billion. I said that it would go to 380 billion, and here it is, guys. I was right. So yeah, let's see what's going on right now in the market. Yeah, still sitting at $380 billion. I think it might even go a little bit farther down, to be honest with you. The weekend's coming up here in a couple of days, so I might hold off on my buying. Neo's down quite a bit. I sold it yesterday, and I'm trying to buy back soon, probably around $85, $90 or so. I might look into buying some of it back, maybe buy back in a couple of different stages, maybe some at 90, hold off, see if it'll go down to 87 or 85, buy some more in at that price, and do some cost averaging, I believe what that's called. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the day. If I see anything else interesting going on, I'm definitely gonna speak about. Oh, actually, I forgot almost. Let's take a look at news on Binance. We can finally see an official statement about their phishing attempt, summary of the phishing and attempted stealing incident on Binance. I read through this earlier. So once again, I was right on this too. They said I was assuming that this started happening a few weeks back. We can say here that the earliest phishing attack seems to have dated back to early January. So these people had some nerves of steel. They started fishing in early January. However, it was around February the 22nd where a heavy concentration of phishing attacks were seen using Unicode domains. I'm not a coder. I've got a little bit of a background in coding, but I wouldn't consider myself an expert or anything. But I know enough to understand what's going on. And yeah, so it seems like these guys or guy or people, whatever, were gathering API keys from certain accounts, but didn't take further action until yesterday. And in a 2 minute period, they set all those APIs, those trading bots, to buy a large number of VIA, which is the VIA coin, and BTC Bitcoin. They shot the price up. They sold their VIA coin, which they um, deposited into Binance earlier, and they sold all theirs at the peak. Everybody else got screwed, and they tried to get them out. They put them all in Monero. They tried to get it out. Binance did the right thing, or rather, their platform did the right thing and shut down all the withdrawals, as we remember from yesterday. So they couldn't really get all their tokens out. They they prevented anyone from actually stealing the tokens. That's why it says attempted stealing. Didn't really happen. The price of everything, the whole market went down, as we see on Coin Market Cap over here. And but this is not a Mountain Gox situation or anything to be worried about, guys. This will all go back to normal uh, soon. I don't know when. Don't have a crystal ball here. I wish I did, or else I'd be a millionaire by now. But well, you don't know that I'm not, but I'm not. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got to cover for right now. I'm gonna keep up with the news, see what's going on, and update you guys as news come in.